The monarch butterfly is a biological engine built entirely around one fuel source, milkweed. Without this specific plant, the monarch cannot breed, it cannot eat, and simply cannot survive. Monarchs exhibit a documented preference for a rare, highly specific variant, purple milkweed, or Asclepias purpurascens. Look at this map of North America. It maps out the native range of purple milkweed. Instead of a solid blanket of vegetation, it exists in scattered pockets across the Midwest, the eastern United States, and parts of Ontario, Canada. When monarchs migrate through these fragmented zones, they seek out purple milkweed with a singular focus, passing over common variants to lay their eggs on these specific leaves. This creates a biological bottleneck. Because so many monarchs concentrate their egg-laying on these few plants, the resulting caterpillars can quickly strip the foliage bare. By consuming the plant so aggressively before it can reach maturity, the butterflies may be inadvertently preventing the milkweed from producing seeds, a cycle of overuse that keeps the species rare in the wild. Carl Linnaeus officially classified purple milkweed back in 1753. To find it today, we have to know how it differs from its much more abundant cousin, common milkweed. What you are seeing here is a vintage botanical illustration of Asclepias syriaca, the common variety. The purple variant stands out first by its size, growing up to 6 feet tall. Its leaves are ovate, meaning they are oval or egg-shaped, and feature distinctly wavy margins along their edges. The most reliable way to identify it in the field is by checking the stem. Young sprouts might have some fuzz, but as the plant matures, the stem becomes completely glabrous, a botanical term meaning perfectly smooth and hairless. This diagram isolates the flower hoods. On the common milkweed, a sharp tooth juts from the margin. The purple milkweed has a completely smooth curve. In the wild, these boundaries overlap. Insects easily cross-pollinate them, creating natural hybrids sharing traits of both plants. Below the surface, the plant builds a specific chemical defense. Its sap contains high levels of cardiac glycosides, known scientifically as cardenolides. These compounds are highly poisonous to most mammals if ingested. Because of this built-in toxicity, grazing animals like deer leave the stems and leaves completely alone. The presence of this defended plant tells ecologists exactly what kind of soil they are standing on. It thrives in high-quality oak savannas, making it a reliable biological indicator of those specific ecosystems. When oak savannas aren't available, the plant manages to cling to survival in transitional zones, taking root in swamps, bottomland floodplains, and even dry, shaded woods. Between relying on a specific set of chemical defenses and requiring exact ecosystems to truly thrive, this is an ecological specialist. That narrow biological window makes it extremely vulnerable to habitat loss and land development. Because wild spaces are shrinking, human intervention is filling the gap. Everyday gardeners are now cultivating purple milkweed, turning ordinary backyards into vital sanctuaries for its survival. Growing it requires replicating its native environment. The plant demands soil that is consistently moist but well-drained, and it distinctly favors partial shade over hours of baking direct sunlight. Let's look at this map of agricultural temperature ranges. Purple milkweed can only survive winter freezes within a specific band. If you live within USDA hardiness zones 3 through 8, you have the right climate to successfully grow this plant. Providing this space pays off late in the season. As summer fades into fall, the plant produces abundant nectar. It becomes a critical fuel station for monarchs, golden-banded skippers, local bees, and foraging beetles. This concentration of insect activity scales directly up the food chain. A garden humming with pollinators provides a dense, reliable food source that ultimately supports and stabilizes local bird populations, like these wood thrushes. Wildlife conservation doesn't always mean traveling to distant rainforests or lobbying for massive tracts of public land. The survival of the monarch butterfly can start simply by planting a single rare purple flower in your own backyard.